everyone, Christina Rizakos here from ProfitableDaycare.com. Excited to have you here. I have a fun training for you guys today. But before I begin, let me introduce myself and welcome anyone that is watching or listening to this for the very first time. Welcome. I am Christina Rizakos. I am a daycare business mentor and strategist. I basically teach how to operate a successful childcare business. So whether you have been thinking about opening your own center for a while, or maybe you are in the process of opening, or maybe you just opened up your center and you're having a hard time trying to figure things out, I help people set up systems to make sure they are running a smooth and successful business. So I am a mom of 4. I also own my own center. I have been an owner since 2004. And I'm also an early childhood educator by trade with over 21 years experience in the field. Absolutely love it. I couldn't imagine doing anything else but business and early childhood education. So I actually had an email from a YouTube subscriber and I was really excited to get this email. I guess I'm just a nerd. But the person was asking me if I can share a few tips, tricks, maybe policies that I have when it comes to vacations, staff vacations and your center, and how to feel less stressed, less anxious when summertime rolls around the corner or the holidays roll around and staff starts asking for days off. I have been there. I have been overwhelmed, stressed out. I have lost hope, especially when I was brand new as a business owner. And now thinking back, I had no systems in place. I was not well prepared. I had no policies in my booklets, and I paid the price. I paid the price. So I learned a lot throughout the way, and today I wanted to share with you a few things that I did and I think every single childcare business should have in place in order to help prepare your center for the vacation season. So I'll be sharing those with you right now. I do want to mention that I have a few free templates for you to download. If you decide to do so, just click on the links in the bottom of the video and you will have access to those templates to download, edit, and share in your business. So let's get started. Number one tip that I would give any brand new daycare business owner that is struggling with vacations is clear vacation policies in your educator's handbook. So if you don't even know what an educator's handbook is, we're in trouble, because I believe to run a successful childcare business, you need to have 3 documents already set up, ready to go before you open your doors. And one of those documents is an employee handbook. It should be written up, obviously respecting the laws, the labor laws, and all that stuff that we need to follow as business owners and childcare business owners. But it's something crucial if you want to make sure that you are well prepared and that you are running a smooth daycare that can run whether you're there or you're not, right? Your focus should be on setting up systems to make sure that everyone is on the same page and everyone knows exactly what's expected, so that let's say one day you don't go into work, everyone knows exactly what needs to be done and the business is still moving along, and that's really important. So as a business owner, chances are that you most probably want more time, and this is a great way to do it by setting up systems to facilitate things that come up when you're running a daycare business. So first step is in your employee handbook having a clear vacation policy. So let me touch on this just a bit. Vacation policies, what I would add in my vacation policy book. Now, after having read the labor laws and I'm working within my legal rights in my province. I am in Canada, so we have provinces. I know that there are a few things that I can do as a business owner. So for starters, your employees need to know how much time they have off, right? Like you need to know after a certain amount of years working for you, how much time off are they entitled to. So that's one thing I would have for sure in my book. Second thing is when can I have off? Like the employees want to know, when can I ask for a week off or 2 weeks off throughout the year? Again, as a business owner in my province, I have the right to tell my staff, I could set the vacation periods, meaning I can tell my staff vacations can only be taken in the months of June, July, August, December, and January. I have the right to do that. Again, this depends on where you are watching this from. Make sure you check that out before you actually start writing this in your full booklet. But as an employer, I have the right to do this in my province, and employees need to know when they can ask for a week off. Chances are that when you're running a daycare center, September's when you have new groups come in and new kids come in. Taking vacations in September is not a great idea, just because you are transitioning new kids in your center, and that first contact is very important between staff and the parents and the kids. So September is usually off limits. There's no way anyone can take off in September. But again, do the research, read up on the law, and make sure that you have a calendar in your booklet so that they know exactly when vacation days can be taken. After that's done, do you expect your staff to do anything else before they leave? So, for example, if you are going to be hiring, let's say, someone to come in and replace for 2 weeks at a time, does the educator leaving on vacation, do they need to leave anything behind, meaning maybe special activities, notes, a program, just something to ease that transition? Keep that in mind as well. Add that in your booklet. Another thing that I also add in my booklet is that I cannot have 2 educators off at the same time. It does not work in my center. It might work in yours. But also something to think about if you don't want, let's say, the entire daycare to go on vacation at the same time, right? So make sure that you have a limit and that it's clear in your booklet. And then lastly, vacation forms. So how does your staff advise you? How do you know that someone wants a week off? Have a document created. I call it a vacation request form for the staff. And it's very simple. Again, I have included a free template if you want to check it out. It's in the link below this video. Very basic. It's the name of the center. You would have a chart where you would have your staff's information and how much time they are entitled to take vacation, and then the dates that they requested. It does not have to be more complicated than that. As long as it's clear to you and if you know exactly who is off when, that's all that matters. So let your staff know that they need to fill this paper out, and let them know what kind of notice you ask of your staff, meaning do you want to be notified 2 weeks before they leave, 3 weeks before they leave, a month before they leave. Again, that is up to you. Make sure that you think about that really well. Make sure that you all are taking into consideration that you will most probably need to start interviews or placing ads to hire someone for the summer. So make sure that you are asking for enough time to get prepared. That's the first step. Second step, clear vacation policies in your policy booklet that you give to your customers. Now, once you know when your staff wants off, obviously you want to know how many kids are going to be at the center, the times when your staff is going to be away. To make sure that you know how many educators you need to replace and when they are going to be working. So it's very important that you are aware of any vacation time. The kids in your care, the parents, they might, let's say, request a week off or a month off sometimes. I have some parents that take the entire summers off. And it's very important as a business owner that you know when the kids are going to be coming in your center and when their planned vacation times are, so you can plan accordingly. And again, I have another request form that I ask my parents to fill out when they do want to take vacation. I'll post the link underneath this video. You can download it and make it your own. It's pretty simple. It's nothing too fancy, but it works. So I'm sharing it with all of you. Once you have all that set up, now is the time where you need to get organized in your office, meaning you need to have something visual in your office. I like to use a big calendar where I have color-coded, let's say, the teachers' vacations, replacements, schedules, and I know exactly like who's going to be coming in, when, what shift they're doing. It just makes everything more simple and it's colorful, and it just helps me out. Again, I'm more visual, but that doesn't work for you. Decide what way works for you. Just figure out a system that you can stay on top of schedules, because schedules do change in the summertime, and who's going into which classroom and with what kids are going to be absent, with what kids are transitioning. There's a lot of moving pieces in the summertime, so you need to make sure that you find a system that works best for you, so that you know exactly who to hire, when to hire, what days you'll need them to replace vacations, and all that fun stuff that comes in the summertime when you're running a daycare center. Once you have that set up, now it's time to prepare, and preparation is everything. Allow yourself some grace and make sure that you plan ahead, and don't just give yourself a week to get all this done, because it's going to be so difficult. And why would you want to do that for yourself? So when you start thinking about passing out vacation request forms, think about, let's say usually you know that parents usually take off in June, July, or August. Make sure you start passing out these papers maybe March, April. Just give yourself enough time to plan ahead, right? Because there's a lot of things that are going to happen next. You have to start thinking about marketing, publicity, how are you going to find someone to replace? How many educators do you need to replace? And where are you going to find them? Do you believe in Facebook ads? Maybe you use newsletters, or maybe you place, I don't know, ads in your local paper or on your Facebook page. Whatever the case is for your center, you need to make sure you start, you allow yourself enough time to start really looking for whoever is going to replace vacations. And I strongly suggest that you give yourself enough time, because if you don't, you're going to start feeling the clock ticking, and you're going to start feeling stressed out, and most probably end up hiring out of desperation, and that's not for you in your business. I've been there, I've done that, and it never works out. So do yourself a favor, plan ahead, give yourself enough time, have a clear strategy on where you're going to post your job opening. Make sure you focus on the description of the job opening, meaning make sure that whoever is applying knows exactly that it's a replacement job, and that, whatever qualifications you need for them to have, maybe you need background checks or a certain certificate. Make sure all that is clear before you start placing ads on Facebook or on in your local newspaper. Really important. And another thing you can also look into is job agencies. There are a few places that I have reached out to in the past that actually work with daycares, that you pay the agency and they send a replacement that they've already screened and they have all their paperwork in order, and they send them to your center to replace your staff on vacation. So look into that in your in your town. Maybe you could find an agency that offers this service. Awesome if you do. The last thing, once you've placed your ads and you start doing interviews and really just screening and repelling the employees that really you don't want to be replacing in your center. Once you find someone that you really like, that you see can be a good fit in your center, not only for the summer months or vacation months, but really just even after that, right? Have an interview. Obviously, I strongly suggest that you draw up a temporary contract. They need to know exactly the dates that they're going to be working. They need to know the routes they're going to be replacing in. They need to know their schedule and how much they're going to be getting paid and what's expected out of them, their responsibilities in the center. So all that needs to be crystal clear in your contract. Make sure you draw one up. Make sure that it is complete and that it's signed and that it's dated, obviously. Once all that is set up and you found this person to replace in the summertime, and they have their contract and they're all ready to start, give them a tour of the center, introduce them to the families. I like taking a picture of the person and posting their picture as soon as the parents walk in, because they'll see that, oh, okay, this person is replacing in so-and-so's classroom. They'll start putting a face to the name and just get more comfortable like that. Maybe you can mention them in your monthly newsletter if you have one, or on your Facebook page. There's a lot of ways you can introduce them to your customers. The last thing you want is for your customer to drop off their child on Monday morning and there's a stranger just watching all of the kids. So make sure you plan ahead and you do something nice to introduce them properly in your business. I would also suggest two things. One is I would have them come in before vacations actually begin, just to get a feel of the team vibe. Maybe they could start looking around to see where all the supplies are, and just to get acquainted with the space and get acquainted with the kids a little bit and the staff, because they are going to be spending months and months in your center replacing vacations. And the second thing I want to mention is if you hire someone that you absolutely love, like you hire them for the summertime and they get it, they're on top of things, they follow your policies, your educational program, the kids love them, your staff responds to them really well, and so do the parents. I would keep them as an on-call staff member for sure. Finding the right type of people to work for you in your center sometimes feels so difficult. So when I do find someone that I connect with and that I can see fits the team vibe, I don't let them go. There's no way. If I don't have a position to offer them right now, I call them in the office and I just tell them how happy I am with their performance and how the center loved them and the parents and the kids, and give them feedback. And then I would tell them that there would be, a position where, I would offer them a position where they can be either a lunch, they could replace their sick days, or maybe they could be an on-call staff member, whatever the case is for your center. Just don't let them go. If you can, and you're always struggling to find good staff or struggling to find replacements when your teachers call in sick, why not start a list based on educators that you've interviewed that have worked in your center, replacing the patient, and fit your team well. So I would strongly suggest that you do something like that to make sure that you still stay in contact with them. So those are my quick tips on how you can stay on top of staff vacations, and hopefully they help you feel less stressed, less overwhelmed, and more empowered, because let's face it, you are the business owner, you are the visionary. It's up to you to make sure that you set up systems so that your center just runs, whether people go on vacation or not. If you have systems that are set in place, procedures to follow to help you in those difficult months when you may feel more stressed out and your center might be going through a huge adjustment. Following procedures, following policies is so important. So if you got value out of this, please let me know in the comments below. If there is a special training you'd like for me to do, please email me directly or go over to my website at www.profitabledaycare.com, subscribe to my newsletter or email me directly, subscribe to the channel, and of course follow me on Instagram. I hope you guys have an excellent end to your week, and I will see you guys next week for a brand new training.